People say they're broke. They say money stress is the worst it's been in years. They say prices are crushing them, savings are gone, and the future feels shaky. And yet, restaurants are full. Flights are sold out. Shopping carts are overflowing. So what's going on? Are people lying about being broke? Is the economy secretly strong? Or is something much darker happening under the surface? Because what looks like confidence right now may actually be pressure pretending to be stability. And once you see it, you won't look at strong consumer spending the same way again. The broken rule. For decades, there was a simple rule. When people felt financial pressure, they cut back. They delayed purchases. They canceled plans. They focused on survival. But that rule is broken. Today, people feel worse about money than they did years ago, and yet they keep spending. Not wildly, not carelessly, but consistently. This isn't denial, and it isn't optimism. It's adaptation. Spending no longer reflects confidence. It reflects how people are coping. 2. Why feelings and actions don't match. Look at surveys. People say they're anxious. They say they feel stretched. They say they're unsure about jobs, prices, and the future. Now look at behavior. Trips are booked. Shopping continues. Retail numbers stay strong. This gap has a name: emotional dissonance. Before the pandemic, confidence and spending moved together. Now they've split apart. Why? Because uncertainty no longer feels temporary. Waiting used to feel rewarding. Now it feels pointless. People don't think, "I'll spend when things improve." They think, "Life is happening now. I'll deal with the consequences later." That shift changes everything. 3. Why spending data is misleading. Every time concerns rise, headlines repeat the same line: consumers are holding up. But here's what they don't tell you. Higher spending doesn't mean people are buying more. Prices are higher, so spending more often means getting less. A shopping cart costs more, not because it's fuller, but because everything inside costs more. Retail data measures dollars, not comfort. It tracks movement, not margin. And then there's friction. One-click checkout, saved cards, buy now, pay later. Spending doesn't feel heavy anymore. It feels invisible. The pause that used to exist before purchases is gone. 4. Emotional spending is now normal. This isn't about bad habits. It's about psychology. When stress becomes chronic, the brain stops optimizing for the future. It looks for relief now. Spending creates that relief. It creates control, normalcy, moments of joy. For parents, it's even deeper. Cutting back on yourself is one thing. Cutting back on your kids feels like failure. So what happens? Savings shrink quietly. Long-term goals fade, but visible spending stays intact because preserving normal life feels more important than protecting abstract future security. And that's how emotional spending becomes normalized. 5. Debt is the hidden engine. Emotion explains the motivation. Debt explains the mechanics. Credit is no longer backup. It's infrastructure. Groceries, utilities, travel, holidays, all financed. The line between having money and accessing money has disappeared. And when costs are delayed, fragmented, and minimized, decisions feel lighter until they're not. Minimum payments grow. Flexibility shrinks. One small shock becomes dangerous. This is how debt crises form, quietly, slowly, without panic. 6. Why inflation cooling feels like a lie. Inflation may be slowing, but prices didn't come down. They reset higher. Food, insurance, housing, services. That damage is permanent. So when people keep spending, it's not because inflation feels solved. It's because cutting back doesn't restore the past. It just narrows the present. Waiting no longer feels rewarding. And once patience stops feeling rewarding, behavior changes. 7. The labor market crack you don't see yet. On paper, jobs look stable, but beneath the surface, raises slow, hours fluctuate, job searches take longer, part-time work rises involuntarily. Income feels less predictable. That uncertainty hits before layoffs show up. People sense it early. And when confidence in future income fades, long-term planning collapses. Saving feels optional. Flexibility feels fragile. So people lean harder on credit and preserve the parts of life that feel meaningful. 8. The real cost no one talks about.
The danger isn't spending, it's what spending replaces. Savings buffers thin out, emergency margins disappear, future options quietly close. Home ownership slips further away, retirement security weakens, shock absorption vanishes. Everything looks fine until something goes wrong, and when it does, households with no margin feel it first. 9. This isn't just America. Look globally. Canada, Australia, Europe, same pattern. Higher costs, easy debt, lower trust in long-term rewards. This isn't cultural failure, it's systemic adaptation. People are responding rationally to a world that feels less predictable. Ending. Comment trigger. So, when you see packed restaurants and full flights, don't ask, why are people still spending? Ask something harder. What are they giving up to keep doing it? Because spending today may be protecting comfort, but flexibility is what's quietly disappearing. And once flexibility is gone, even small shocks become disasters. Now I want to ask you, do you think people are being irresponsible, or are they just adapting to a system that no longer rewards patience? Comment below, because how you answer that question says a lot about what you think comes next.